Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about 25 all year round must-have men's colognes. If you want like a solid good cologne that can be worn in any climate, any situation, these are some of the most attractive best colognes for men. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, because this is a men's colognes channel, so I always test new fragrances for you guys. And the first one that you must own, and it's perfect for just all year round, it's Armani Code, the Parfum. This is a cologne that for me is a staple. It's such a good one because it's fresh and minty, but also it's got a bit more depth to it. It's got amazing longevity, a really nice projection, and I always say go for Armani Code if you want a safe line buy, if you want everybody to love the way you smell. There's something about Armani Code. I've tested it over and over again. Whenever somebody comes here into my fragrance room, any Armani Code, they always love it. So if you want a safe one that you'll enjoy all year round, it's got just enough of freshness and depth, Armani Code Parfum. Another cologne that is amazing, and it's extremely refreshing, and it's got one of my favorite notes, a vetiver. It's Oligarch Parfum from Roja Parfum. This is one for you if you want to smell super expensive, like this rich dude from London. You're serious business, you work in a huge corporation. It smells like power to me, and it's one of those super timeless and business colognes, really good smelling. Next up is a cologne that I personally adore. I adore every single cologne on this list, but this one, it's so good, and it's a bit unique, so you can't get it everywhere. It's for Marshoud. I have talked about it here on this channel before, and I love it. It's super sexy, but in like an everyday sort of all year round way. It's mandarin, it's a bit of saffron, it's a bit of mint. It's nice and sporty and fresh and clean, but it's got a really nice light woodiness, which makes it extremely sexy and attractive. Next one that will give you amazing compliments is Amouage Reflection Man. This cologne, I remember to this day the first time I smelled it. It made a huge impression. If you want to smell really fresh, clean, but in like a super expensive billionaire way, if you want to splurge on just one all year round cologne, this one is just priceless. It's so good. Next cologne is from Hermes, and it's Terre Eau de Toilette in particular. It's got freshness, earthiness, spiciness. It's again a classy vetiver cologne. It's very famous for a very good reason. This smells like a rich dude somewhere in Ibiza. You've got the vegetation, dryness, just earthiness. It's really luxe in a super refreshing way, perfect for office wear as well. Next up is one of the sexiest fragrances in this list, and it's Oud Wood. This is perfect for every day just because it's light but heavy enough with its woodiness that it really is perfect between seasons. Every season kind of goes with this fragrance. It projects nicely but softly, but in a way that people really find attractive. This is one of the number one colognes in my collection that my husband gets always the compliments for. This is just, you like, if you don't want compliments, don't wear this cologne, because this is one of those that literally people have asked my husband what it is. They wrote it down. It's too much attention, so be careful of this one, but it's super good. Next up is a really nice freshie. It's Parfum de Marly Layton. This is your good fresh blue cologne with a juicy green apple opening, which is just so delicious. But then you've got a bit of sweetness that makes this fragrance last, and it's not like a hyper uber freshy citrusy fragrance. It's like somewhere in between, perfect for all year round, lasts a long amount of time even in heat, and it's really attractive. If you're a fan of something really light and woody, but you want something with a twist, something that is truly original to you, I recommend this one, Amyris Homme from MFK Eau de Toilette. This is incredible. The scent cloud when you wear this cologne is amazing. I love it so much when my husband wears this. Oh, it's really fresh, but with a huge twist. It's one of those that you won't smell everywhere. It's truly unique. It's woody, but it's also got this amyris that is extremely fresh, and I guarantee you haven't smelled anything like this before, and you'll smell extremely attractive and strong. Next up, something for somebody that loves unique smelling fragrances that are kind of mind-boggling but really attractive at the same time. This one is a real gem. It's Comme des Garçons Black Pepper. It does smell quite strongly of black pepper, but if you didn't know, loads of fragrances use black pepper to make their fragrances more punchy and more manly. Tons of men's fragrances have got black pepper, and here you've got tons of black pepper, which makes this fragrance super punchy, really manly, but really unique at the same time. Overall, it's quite woody, but I mean, like, if you want your signature scent for all year round and you want something extremely different, I encourage you to check out black pepper. You will have to apply a ton of it though, because the more the better with this cologne. Another must-have all-year-round cologne is this unique fragrance from Guerlain. It's L'Homme Idéal L'Intense. This fragrance is to die for. It's spicy, it's fresh, it's got a twist. It's kind of like a good old gentlemanly cologne, like a barbershop cologne, but with an added almondy quality, a bit nuttiness, a bit more spiciness. It's truly a masterpiece. If you want to impress with your cologne, maybe you've got more of a professional job, then this is that cologne. It's truly amazing. You have to check out this one. Now for the OG that couldn't not be on this list, it had to be Aventus from Creed, because this cologne is a truly killer all year round cologne. Men love it, women love it, everybody is obsessed with it, and for a good reason. If you can find a good one, good concentration, good lasting power, because sometimes it differs, this will give you compliments, this will make you smell like a boss. If you want a confidence boosting, extremely attractive smelling and fresh cologne, this one is a solid one. It's so great, and it's got an amazing scent profile. I couldn't not recommend it because it's so good. Next up, this one is a bit more of a richer cologne, but if you don't like it, just hear me out. YSL La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. This cologne people went crazy for, because this was the more intense La Nuit de l'Homme, the one that people knew from way before they watered down the formulation, and then it got discontinued and nobody could find it. But recently it has come back. I have seen it popping up here and again, so if you can get hold of it, get it. It's really sexy. This one is, I would say, a all year round cologne for somebody living in like a Scandinavian country or a bit colder, because it's lavender, it's super soothing, it's extremely sexy. This cologne will make every woman swoon out there, and it will just make you smell super amazing. So get this one if you live in a colder climate. Next up is another solid one. It's Sauvage Elixir from Dior. I have picked this formulation of this Sauvage line because to me this is a standout. I mean, if you haven't tried it on your skin, I mean, I dare you to go into like Ulta, wherever you can find this cologne, and apply it on your skin. Wear it because it's so good. I guarantee you want to get it. It's super manly, fresh but strong and woody, extremely long lasting, really strong. If you're a fan of really strong colognes in a all year round sort of a situation, this smells great. And it's also a bit more of a timeless cologne, something that you can wear from the age of like 20 until like you die. This is a solid all year round cologne that you can wear forever. Next up, we've got Green Irish Tweed from Creed. This is classic cologne. You can't go wrong with this one. This smells literally like Scotland to me. Just green fields, a tweed sweater, jacket, and just like British aristocracy, it smells like history. It's got this nostalgia in here. So if you're somebody who loves to wear maybe a bit more of a formal wear, you love wearing suits, you love dressing up, or maybe you have to due to your work, I recommend this cologne because it's not as popular as Aventus. It's got a bit more classiness and professionalism to it, I would say, in like a more of a comforting, professional way. Next up, we've got Dior Homme. This is the Eau de Toilette, and this is a easygoing, everyday sort of a work cologne. Perfect for every day. You'll smell amazing. This cologne will be complimented. It's a safe, blind buy sort of a fragrance. It smells really extremely woody, spicy, manly in a great Dior way. Dior always has the best designer ingredients, in my opinion, and like they just put amazing notes in fragrances, and this is no joke. If you don't like a super strong cologne, this is also an option for you, because although it's strong, it's not Dior Elixir, you know, it's not like really strong. Next, let's go to Maison Crivelli Bois de Chai. This cologne is perfect all year round because it's spicy, but still it's got freshness to it. This in particular smells like black tea, smells very dry and woody. If you love Oud Wood, sort of a fragrance realm, then you'll love this because it's got nice and dry woodiness, but then it's got a bit more citrusiness, a bit more spices in there. It's really intriguing and really just moreish. Like I want to smell it and smell it and smell it. So if you want something unique for every single day, but woody, then Bois de Chai is your pick. Next up, we've got another amazing cologne, and it's this one that my husband has been abusing. Okay, this is an amazing cologne. It's super fresh, but so good. This is a vetiver cologne that is really spicy, somewhat citrusy. This is like if you love Terre d'Hermes, but you want something a tiny bit more on the sexier side, a bit sweeter, a tiny bit sweeter, and a tiny bit more creamy, but still with this lightness. This is such a good one. Again, a compliment getter, something that is really great. It's Lalique Poromicus, so it's with the horse's head. This one is perfect for every day. You can always get it at discounters. I'll link my favorites down below. And it's a great find. It's a gem that you can get for really affordable, but you'll smell super expensive smelling this. So nice one. If you want something classic, if you're maybe a bit older, a bit more mature, you want something that smells like your good colognes in the like 80s and 90s, but you want that elevated, you want that nicer, then I encourage you to try Acqua di Parma Colonia. This fragrance is really classy, smells extremely natural. It smells just like a vintage good cologne, but with a bit more modernity to it. It's a really intense citrusy green kind of a lavender scent, extremely attractive, but also like perfect for every day, for a bit more formal occasions even. It's one of those that can really go from holiday to like everyday work to just working in the garden. It's one of those that is truly timeless, and it's a great quality one. Next up, I had to mention also Lattafa Asad, because this is a dupe for Dior Elixir, but it's a bit different, but it's like 99% similar. It's a great one though if you want something really affordable all year round. I mean, I love Dior Elixir, and this is that, a bit more artificial and synthetic, but they've done a great job at just cloning that fragrance, and it's extremely attractive. Such a cheap one at that. So if you want something on a cheaper side, I encourage you to get this. If you're a huge fan of vetiver, then try this one. This is a fun name, Semi-Modern Vetiver Fat Electrician from Atelier Pictorange. This is a fun name, a bit different, but they make fragrances that are meant to shock a little bit. And this one, I would say it's not as shocking as I was expecting, but it's a great vetiver scent. If you know that you love vetiver, or if you like green, slightly nutty fragrances that are fresh, but not in like a typical shower gel way, but more in like a grassy green way, then try this. I mean, it's so amazing. For me, vetiver is one of those timeless notes, especially for somebody like, I would say 40 plus. You should own one vetiver fragrance in your collection, because to me, those are just the best. Like, they just show your life experience. They're extremely classy. They're so good. But this one is a bit less classy, a bit more fun, I would say, of a vetiver. Such a good one. You can always get it at discounters as well, so don't buy it full price. I'll link them down below for US, Canada, and like international. I usually do that. Next up, this killer fragrance. It's Eccentric Molecule 02. This cologne is for, I would say, somebody who loves a fresh cologne that really projects like crazy, but it isn't invasive and in your space. It's one of those that smells really natural and like your skin, but with a bit of a twist. This is a creative type sort of a guy, I would say. This is somebody who loves smelling good, but wants a niche cologne, but doesn't want to spend too much and wants to smell fresh. This smells woody, but in like a creamy way, like sandalwood sort of a way, and it's spicy, very attractive. You can literally wear it to the gym, you can wear it to bed, you can wear it outdoors, you can wear it everywhere. It's an amazing one, but on a fresher side for some of you who want to smell extremely fresh. Next up, it's a bit more of a professional, everyday sort of all year round fragrance, and it's Prada Luna Rosa Eau de Toilette. This literally smells to me like a fresh, crisp white shirt for work with a tie. It's super good and minty, fresh. It's literally like you just cleaned your whole face, shaved, you've got a really nice pressed shirt on, you've got a nice cologne, you've got like everything is so prim and proper. You just all put together and you apply this, and this is the finishing touch. This, like, you'll get a promotion at work wearing this. This is what I imagine. Really good fragrance for office, sort of a working environment, and really attractive at the same time, so you can even wear it out if you wanted to. Next up, it's Chanel fragrance, Chanel Egoiste Platinum. This is one of those fragrances that people just skip and they never look at because they go for Bleu de Chanel or they go for Allure. But I promise you, go for the understated ones, the ones that people aren't like checking out. They are just as good. Chanel is one of those brands that always has the best all year round fragrances, and this one I have to put on this list because it's fresh, it's gentlemanly, it's one of those simple but really amazing quality colognes that you'll smell just like you know your stuff. You'll smell so put together, you'll smell luxurious. People will be asking you, what fragrance is that? Because they don't know this Chanel fragrance, and it's one of those, like, you know, under the radar fragrances that really can make your life just beautiful. It's super good. I encourage you, if you've never smelled this fragrance, try it out. Just buy it from the Chanel's website. Don't buy it from any like cheap places out there that cheap fragrances, because Chanel, like, you won't find it on sale most likely, unless it's a department store like once a year. But yeah, Chanel is a great one. Of course, Bleu de Chanel is always kind of on this list. Bleu de Chanel is this list, but I thought it was so obvious. I didn't put this on the list. I put the Egoiste Platinum because it's just amazing. And another one is for somebody who loves a leather but everyday cologne that is really strong and projecting, and it's Hermes Violet Volinka. This literally smells like leather shoes with violets. It's a seamless blend of the two. It smells super strong. To me, this is a very sexy fragrance, but I love leather. So if you don't like leather, then maybe it's not your pick. But if you like leather, if you are a man that wears like a leather jacket all the time, this will smell so heavenly, so good. And it's a light leather fragrance, so that's why I've put it on this list, because it's perfect for all year round. I'm curious, let me know which was the first ever video you've watched from me. How did you discover it? Was it this video you're watching, or which one was it? I wonder. Let me know in the comments. I'm just very curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.